reading, a lot of watching videos. And this is so far what I come up with. I need more hardware to finish. And but there's a lot of hope in this system. Maybe some type of electronic control. Okay, at a lower RPM, I show you guys frequency readings again. And I got to switch frequency. It's at 0 right now. Put it around this copper line. At 38, 26. Kind of bounces around a little bit. That's what makes me think the rod bounces around at lower RPM. So now it'll go to 0 again. Give it a second. Yeah. See, some type of fluctuations interfere with this thing, but if I hold it up away from the reactor, it'll go back to 0. Sometimes being close to the reactor really interferes with this meter. Let's see if I get any amp readings. Probably not. I never get very high amp readings. I got to zero it out. I'm trying to show you guys. 0. Very slight, you know. But I never get frequency readings around the reactor itself. Could be because it's way out of range of this meter. If that rod is spinning really, really fast, I guess, I have no idea about any of the physics on that. It won't, this meter right here won't pick it up unless I devise some type of coil put around it, I guess. That thing was full when I started a little while ago. Not quite full. It was up to here. And that's nothing really significant, I don't think. You know, it's not like extremely well, but now the inside of my exhaust is like white. It gets white. I'm going to have to crack it open and show you guys on camera one of these days. And see if I can rev it out again. Got it running pretty smooth. people can't seem to make these things idle, but a lot of their reactors are like twice as long as this. I do believe there's something going with the shorter reactors, at least with gasoline. Now, when it comes to oil and horizontal applications, I have no idea. I haven't messed around with it very much. But I do know this reactor right here, with the longer rod in it, will crack oil too. I've had it running on a water oil mix once. It was a very thin oil. It was a used oil I'll run through the carburetor. I'm going to have to show you guys that one these days. And but since gasoline's my main fuel right now, and that's what I like messing around with because the engine runs well initially on gasoline, I just stick with gasoline. I got to build some better, like little chambers for my fogger. You know, the thing runs like twice as good with the fogger, but the thing is, fuel cools down, and it doesn't put out as much fog, the little single disc. And so I got to make some chambers for that. And what I want to do is put a condenser chamber in between the reactor and the intake, and it's going to be in between my smog pump, which will probably be mounted up here, and the intake, in between the smog pump and the reactor. And then on the back side of it, I'm going to have another small little reservoir, and it's going to have a check valve on there, to where the fresh air from here, I can switch from either fresh air or to recirculate some of the reformed fuel. I'm not sure yet if I'll need two pumps to do that, but I don't believe I will have to. It'll be just kind of like a circulation pump, and then the engine will just draw it off the top of the second chamber. As long as it's slightly pressurized, I do not see a reason why that would not work. I still do not get real cold exhaust. I believe that is because I'm burning some of the fuel in a reactor. But if I can cut down on that, I'll probably need to shorten the rod, and I think that'll make a really big difference then. I like my little offset carburetor. I do not know if you guys can see that washer in there or not. I'm going to have to split this video in two segments, but it'll be one continuous video. Let's rev it out one more time for shits and giggles.